Hi everyone and welcome back to Pete's Garage. Today I'm going to answer the question everybody's been asking me, when are you going to finish the Cobra? So first, to answer everyone's questions, what have I been doing all summer? Well, aside from doing some car work, I had to rebuild the deck on my house. And it took me almost 3 months. It actually started the end of last summer into the fall. I had to tear apart all the old decking. I had to tear it all apart, re-level all the joists. I lowered it down 6 inches. And since the supply chain issues are the way they are right now, I ordered the decking way back in January or February. It took 3 or 4 months to get here. I started working on it maybe in May, and it took a ton of work because I did the decking, composite decking with the hidden fasteners, and I wanted to put a nice border around it. I wanted to put it around my tree that was inside the deck, put a nice fascia on it with some LED lighting, and it took me a ton of time with the railing and the grill and all the stuff. It took all my summer up, so that really took a ton of time. And you know, when you work alone, it's really, really hard, so it took a good portion of my summer. So I didn't get to work on the Cobra too much through the summer, but I'm ready to get back to work on it. Now, if you've been keeping up on this project, you know I've already driven it. I've had it all together. I've driven it as the go-kart, and I had the body on it, and everything is functional. All the electrical is functional, the lights are functional, the whole thing is functional. I've driven it, except not legally on the street, but I've driven it, and it's really fast. But now I have to take it all apart, take the body off the frame, paint it, and put it all back together. Paint the frame, finish welding a whole bunch of things like the motor mounts, some things I have to clean up and fix from when I put it together. I found out there's some things I need to modify. Then I will put it all back together, paint the whole thing, reassemble it, do the final fitting assembly. We'll do the interior work, and then we'll go through the registration process and we'll get it on the road. So this is where the car is at right now. So all the stainless steel is done up front. That was completed a while ago, along with the oil cooler on the bottom. I'll just make some scoops for that. That's really no big deal. And I've started shaping the wheel wells the way I really want it. Those are coming in really nice. The engine is done, and many of you have seen it run already. It runs fantastic. This thing drives like a monster. That's all done there. Let's see what else. The body. Going to be a lot of body work involved here. I've already done a considerable amount, starting with the ornaments on the side. Now I have about 10 hours of work into both sides of these to get these to fit perfect. I want them to fit as flush as possible all the way around, like that. And they look great. They fit perfectly in that opening, which is nice. And on the inside, I bought these from Finish Line Accessories, and they fit well. It takes a little work. You have to really grind that opening and grind the back of it, but they are put on there with 90-degree angle brackets, aluminum brackets, and those aluminum brackets are simply epoxied on the inside of the fiberglass. Now I'm going to talk about epoxy and adhesives and what adhesives you should be using on different parts of the car. So anyway, the side pipes are nice and even all along the side of the body, which I'm really happy with. That's good through here. I'll have to do a little body work. The door is out just a little bit here, coming up on this seam. There's a pretty big gap here, which I'll have to fix. But the door's open and closed nice and easy. They really work really well. The big work I have coming up right now I'm going to be doing is electrical work. Now, when I took it for a drive, it was pretty difficult to push in the clutch. I could do it. It wasn't too bad. But you can see I switched the clutch pedal. I put on a longer clutch pedal to help out a little bit, and it's pretty close to the floor. So when I take this all apart and paint the inside and paint that steering column support, I'm going to have to take those master cylinders and raise them up about maybe an inch or so I can get my foot in there, and I'll be able to push the clutch, which makes it really, really difficult. I tried it. You can do it, but it's a little uncomfortable. With no carpeting there, there's a little clearance, might bring it up another maybe half an inch or so. But that worked okay, so I'm all set with all that. What I'm really going to focus on in the next few videos is wiring. Now, this is all the wiring that was behind the dash, and it's a real rat's nest of wiring. You can see how much wiring there's all over the place. And mainly, since I chose fuel injection, it makes it immensely more complicated. Not only that, the wiring harnesses are really, really long. I mean, the wiring, the dashboard's gonna be up here somewhere, and these wires are super long. Not only that, they're all tangled up. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm have to take these wires, cut them, bring them all back, make a new mount here for the ECU, the controller for the fuel injection system, my electronic control box, and the dual wideband controller for the O2 sensor. I'll have to mount all that underneath the dash. Now, if you remember, if you've been following along, I had to cut out the two supports that were underneath here for the motor for the windshield wipers. Got the windshield wipers on there, and those are underneath. Those work fine, but I had to cut out the supports here. So I'm going to have to make some supports to go across from one side to the other. Then I can put a flat plate on there. Then I can mount my ECU and all my controls, and that'll be good. Then I can shorten up, clean up all the wiring to make it nice and neat, easier, so that when I take it apart and put it back together, it'll work a lot better, look nicer, and if I do have a problem, it'll be easier to trace down any problems. The rest of it, I'll be doing the body work, trimming down some of this flares I put on there, fixing that up. My roll bar is all set, and my dashboard is all ready. Like I said, I've been driving the car, I've driven it, so this all works. Pretty simple dash. I didn't want anything fancy. Simple on off. The ignition over here, tachometer, turn signal indicators, oil pressure, the reverse, speedometer. Then I have my water pressure, battery charge, and fuel gauge. It all works fantastic. Nothing fancy. I wanted this as simple as possible. I am considering putting in an MP3 player or something here for music, but this is going to be so loud. It's so loud when you drive it, I can't see adding music to it. But I'll be adding some binding straps for wiring behind that, just to commonize the wiring to make it easier. Behind here, you can see it's not too bad behind there, but I want to make it a little neater. And then I will finish the dashboard and finish the mounting for that. The rear end is complete. The lighting, everything works there. The bumperettes, the lights for the license plate, that works. My fuel cap, again, this is a factory 5 fuel cap. It's not the one that came with the kit, so this one's a little different. And I also have a part from a real factory 5 car where I got the recessed part of the gas cap here, so it'll be nice and recessed. The Streetbeast actually had it like mounted like over here somewhere, but I was able to push it over here as far as I can. It's not like the factory 5 where the gas cap is mounted out here on the edge. This is nicer here because you got a straighter flow into the gas tank. You don't have to worry about any back flushing. So this works great. I really like the Le Mans style gas cap. That works great. Also on this side, let me get some light here. This side lines up pretty good. The lines are pretty straight here, but the door here, you can see how the door sticks out. I'll put the shadow on there. The bottom underneath the door sticks out, and that's because that happened due to when I was putting the body together. This kind of pushed out a little bit, and I had this installed at the factory, so this part of the door is pushed out a little bit too much. I can't really line up the door any better than it is. So I'll have to do some body work to take this down and raise out the door just a little bit. But coming around, you can see that the rest of the body work won't be that difficult. Again, I'll get some light here. And the ornament on the side, I got those to fit perfectly in there. And I think they're gonna look really nice. I want it sealed up. I want it to look like it fit flush right in there. This side of the fender, I have to trim down to get where I want it to be. And I think that'll work out perfect. I'll make that look nice just like the other side. And again, the engine compartment is gonna be super clean. There won't be any wires in here. That was my goal. I didn't want any wires. I didn't want the master cylinder sticking out through there. I didn't want any hydraulic wires or hydraulic lines. I just want it to be all nice, clean engine compartment, paint it in a nice black, and I think it'll be great. So that's where the Cobra's at right now. While it looks like there's a lot of work to do, I'm pretty close to the finish line. I can actually see it. Just got some cleanup to do with the wiring, get the bodywork buttoned up, take the body off and paint it, that'll be exciting. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not really sure on the color yet. I got some great ideas, but I'm not really certain how I'm going to do it yet. I might even go old school and paint it acrylic enamel instead of a modern day base coat, clear coat. Not sure about that, but I want to, maybe I'll do it factory original kind of paint from 60s. Let's see what happens. But we'll start with the electrical, and then we'll move on and go right through the painting. Hopefully I can get this done quickly because I know everybody wants to see it driving, and I appreciate everybody who's left comments and encouraged me along the way. So we'll get this done. Thanks for stopping by Pete's Garage.